So the X4 is potentially one of the best flashlight for the money that you can buy on the market today. Now there's a few things about this flashlight that I really like and why you should consider buying this for yourself. So let's talk about the Wuben X4 flashlight, and this is the flashlight, the box that it actually comes with. And over here is when you open the box, it looks like this, really nice and sophisticated and exceptionally cool. In the box itself, you're getting the following. You're getting the flashlight, you're getting USB-C charger, and you're getting this, which is pretty much a way for you to carry this safely without you actually dropping it. Now, the next thing that is really fascinating is that this is built in to be waterproof, and then you realize, where is the charger? Good question. The charger is actually hidden right in here to make it super waterproof, so if you move it like this, it cannot get the water inside of it. It has pretty much a lot of different modes to this. The modes themselves are switchable by you switching the different switches all over here around. There is a place for you to go ahead and put this right on your belt on this side. Now, as you first get this, the battery is not ready to be used yet. Because of that, you have to open this up. To open this up, what you have to do is to press this button right here, and you have to press it actually up. It comes in the factory with it being down. Because it's being down, you can't actually open it. To open it, you move it one step here higher, and then you press on this button right there, and it just snaps open. Then you take this out, but you don't need to. There's going to be something right here. You are going to just remove this, and then you're going to just close it up, and you're ready for you to roll and get started with this flashlight. Now let's get into a few different interesting specs about. So first off, not the specs, but actually the interesting things, the features. The moonlight is over here. Regular flashlight is in this mode. Then we have the side beam right here. Then we have the lock mode where it actually closes everything and you can turn this on. We also have the switch right here, which is moving the intensity around. Now that we know all the different functions except one right here, which is the one that you just press on from the bottom, it also turns it on. It also gives you the strobe mode. If you go ahead and double click it, depending on the mode itself, you can get all kinds of things like double click over here, and some of the modes do different functions, so keep this also in mind. Now if you put this on the white mode, which is the moonlight one, you press it on the back here, you would turn this on, it will give you the moonlight edition of it, which is not really hard light, nor is it harsh, and then you can go ahead and change the intensity around. I don't think it works with this one, but in the other ones it actually does. So you move to this one over here, and you turn this on. Then you can go ahead and flick the switch here for added extra functions, and of course you can make it much brighter or less bright using the switch right here. And you move this around to this one right here is going to get you the one right there, this mode right in the middle here, and you can change it around by just pressing this one over here, and then you can change the different speed of this thing right there as well. So definitely lots of different features and functions. It takes you a little bit of time to go ahead and get mesmerized or remember every single function in here. It's really cool. A lot of awesome features. This is probably the best flashlight I ever seen for the money, for the price, and for the functions. It's really awesome. I like the way it looks, and I like all the features that this one actually has. Let's go for the box. This is how the box looks like in case you decide you want to get this for you or for somebody else. And it comes with a USB-C cable that is universal, accepted just about anywhere. It's also IP68 proof too. Now, one more thing about this flashlight is that it has a standalone time of over 3 hours, and that's actually pretty good, especially when it's actually working. Now, one other thing I actually really like about this flashlight is that for the price, for the money, you're getting something that is just amazing. In fact, once you start using this, you never want to go back to any flashlight. So first off, the mode here. This is a really cool mode, and you can cycle through this. There was actually a thing here. It's not even a switch. It's a thing that moves up and down. As you move this up and down, this changes as well. So you can go ahead and go through the modes. Now, another thing about this is the click here. So double click, you go through this, and you have the police mode. Then you can change the intensity or the paneling around. And then, of course, you go through this one more time. See what else is in here. And it goes through this light right here. And you can make it brighter. You can also make it less bright as well. And you can go through the other modes here too. So you go through a bunch of different modes here. And here is the flashlight mode. And it even has this mode over here, which is the dim light mode too. Overall, lots of awesome modes in here. But now let's go into total darkness and see how this thing operates. Ooh, hoo, hoo. This is spooky. Let's go ahead and check out the operation. And in this thing, like pretty much if you're stuck in the middle of nowhere and you have this flashlight and it's totally dark, you can easily just find your way around here. And as you can see, it even has a really bright mode here too. Does it have a strobe mode? Let's check it out. Keep holding it, tripling it. Let's go through the other mode here. Yeah. Turn it on. Oh, look at that. I'm not finding the strobe mode, by the way. Here's another mode right here. Red light special. So let's test out this flashlight. The first thing you have to do is to turn it on, of course. This one is very good because you can see stuff now where you're going. So this is the first mode over here. And obviously it's very hard to see anything when it's out of focus. As you can see, this is pretty good for the lowest mode that exists here. But then you can slide it into the more powerful mode, which is this one right here. What I like about this specific mode is that you can change the brightness of it too. And here it is. So right on this side there is this switch, and you can do a lot of different things with it by moving it along. And then if you want to move toward the other one right here, which is the slim one, you can also change this one around as well. But this one is very, very soft light. But this one is much more powerful. But it doesn't have to be at all. You can pick whichever one you want, and you can adjust it as well. This is actually the ultimate flashlight. I like so much great stuff about this. Now on the other side we have one of the switches. Is different kind of lights switches for you, and you can pick them on the side. But of course you can go ahead and change the intensity around, or the speed of it too. And you can go ahead and press on here, and it gives you really interesting ways to see the world with this specific light here. I'm just picking out of a few many choices for you. But this one is like the ultimate EDC because there's so much good stuff and a lot of different choices for us to pick from. This one is really awesome because not only has all those different features, the thing I don't like about certain flashlights is that when you turn it on, it has a spotlight and then it really concentrates in one area. That's not a good flashlight. The really good ones are the ones who diffuse the light everywhere, and this actually does that. You also have a clip here that you can put it on your pocket. But what makes it really unique is that all the different modes and the settings and everything, that makes it really nice fidget toy for you to play around, and then you can switch and pick whichever one you want. Now, lastly, the best thing about this is its eco-friendliness. Why I call it eco-friendly? Well, actually, I forgot about this feature. I told you about everything, but there is the quick mode. The quick mode, I call it. Pretty much, you hold it like this, press on it, and we have, here we go, the strobe mode. The strobe mode is right in the back over here. All you have to do is double click on it. Click on it once, and it just turns on. Double click, you get the strobe mode. And it's not in every single setting either, so it has to be on this setting right here, which is the regular light mode, and that's the one that gives you the strobe mode. Oh no, it gives you the strobe mode here too. So it's definitely dark here. Let's go ahead and turn the flashlight on. So the first thing you want to do is to switch the modes here. Press the button and you turn it on. Now this is the regular edition here. It's kind of what let us know where we are by just walking around, and you can see how it brightens up everything, including the trees all around here. This one is pretty good. You can see it's very powerful. If you double click on this, it turns it off. Now this is one of the modes here. There is also the Moonlight edition here, which is very soft and lets you see stuff that you can't actually see before, but it's much less powerful here. So this one is very good to see things, but it's not too good to see all the way at the top of the trees and everywhere you're walking. This is just for small things and reading a book or things like that. Now let's go ahead and get into the more powerful lights mode over here, which is this one right here. As you can see, we just saw somebody over there, and it's very, very bright, and it goes very far away here, all the way to the top of the trees and all the way to the clouds too. This thing is very powerful, by the way. Now, we also have an interesting mode here as well, and I'm getting to it. It's this one over here. So we have the police light mode here, the green light, the red light, and we can just press on it and switch the different modes around. Here's another one. Wow, I like that one. And here is another one too. And we can go through a bunch of different modes that are available for us, including the spotlight over here. The spotlight is really nice because it lets you see stuff just like this. And in the darkness, sometimes you just need some police light here, or just any kind of light for that matter. But the great thing about this is that you can switch this around and change it around as well to different modes at the pressing on a button, and then you can see things you can't actually see before. So let's go ahead and explore here and walk around so you can see that This one really does brighten up everything and makes it very nice and easy for you to see things as you're walking. So I do like the ability for you to switch everything around and switch the modes so you can tell where you're actually going. So let's go and switch to a different mode here. And now it's dark. But no worries, we have the light switch, and here is the small one, so you don't get attention from everybody and no questions asked, of course, because this one is the lightest one for us to use. Furthermore, here is another thing I discovered here. As you keep on moving this, there is the USB-C switch right here. It's hidden right in there, and there it's closed. You know why this is awesome? Because it makes it waterproof. You can close the switch here. Now, the last thing I want to show you is that this one actually opens up. So you press on this button right here. There's a button and a release switch right there. So you release it, you move it up, and it opens up. And then you move it down. And guess what happens if you do that? So as you open this up, you move it up here, you actually are going to activate the secret compartment. And when you press on it on the bottom, it's like a cigar lighter, kind of a compartment here. So you press it up and you press on here. See that? This is the secret of this flashlight. We have the battery, which is removable. So unlike those batteries or those flashlights that you get with this unremovable battery, and then once it dies, that's it, game over. Well, it has the battery. If anything happens, the battery goes bad after a few years, you can just go ahead and get another one, which makes the flashlight the ultimate flashlight for you to buy for the money, for the price, and for all the other awesome features that it is and has included. It's definitely worth your time to purchase this. It's one of the best flashlights I ever seen, and especially for the price point. And you don't want to go too expensive when it comes to flashlight, and yet this actually hits it exactly in the sweet spot where you should be paying for the performance and the features. Once you go X4, you never go back.